Hello friends and welcome to today's video. Today is going to be a pretty chill video. I'm just going to be playing some Stardew Valley and there won't be any art this time because I need to kind of build up a bit of a background collection of art before I can start showing it to you guys again. But yeah, today we're just going to play a few days of Stardew Valley and it's going to be pretty chill and cozy. So buckle up and get ready to dive right in. Okay, so welcome. It is day 3 of Stardew Valley, and I haven't done a whole lot yet, and I don't think I can even do much on day 3, but I'm super excited to jump right back into this game and play through a few days of it. As you can see when I walk outside, it is raining, which is honestly pretty good for me, because then I don't have to spend any energy on watering my little crops I have growing. As you can see, I don't have any actual crops, like, completely grown yet, so unfortunately I can't make any money off of them yet today. So I'm just gonna head right to the ocean and begin fishing for the day. So like I said, I get to the ocean and I start fishing right away, and I keep getting like garbage fishing pulls. Like I get a fish, like a herring, which is pretty okay, but then I immediately get garbage right after that, and then right after that I get seaweed. So I got bored of this pretty quickly and moved on. I didn't really have to move far though to find any more water to fish in, so I just set up shop right here on this bridge and fished here for a little while longer. And I got some stuff, but again, not anything super special. Of course, after fishing for a few hours though, I had to head back down to the beach because I saw Sebastian went down there. And I personally really like Sebastian, and in fact, I plan on drawing him to add on another drawing to this little series I'm doing. And I even attempted it, but my first attempt at drawing him is really, really bad. I will show you that, but just please don't laugh at me. Like, I was trying to make him look kind of alternative because he is, but then I feel like I fell into like the rabbit hole of like drawing him the way a 13-year-old would draw someone who they picture as emo. And I don't know. I definitely need to just redo either the whole thing or maybe just keep the line art and redo the coloring. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, though, after running around a little bit in town again, I bet you can't guess what I do next. I fish for even more of the day, and it is already 3:20 p.m. I'm pretty sure I'd only fish like all day long because I didn't know what else to do because I didn't have any like quests to get done. So I'm pretty sure that will be the conclusion of day 3 for the most part. So day 4. Day 4 is a bright, sunny day where I get to go out and I actually have a letter from, it's like that mouse that sells hats. I don't know if I ever actually interacted with that mouse. Maybe I'm missing something with him. So maybe I'll have to like look up if he actually has any use other than buying. But I get to water my plants as you see, and I even have some carrots I can harvest, so that's pretty exciting because I'll be able to either sell those or use those to have more energy at the end of the day. Jumping forward, day 4 does not seem like it's going to be much more interesting than day 3 was. I went into town pretty early and I bought some seeds, so now you just get to see me planting those seeds. So if you are wondering why I make my garden the way I do, it's because I'm getting ready for when I can afford to build sprinklers. Because I'm pretty sure sprinklers just water all the like squares around them when you place them. So if I leave an open spot in the middle like that, it'll leave room for my sprinklers so I don't have to water my plants every morning, which will actually save me a lot of energy once I finally get them unlocked, that is. Skipping right to the next day because like I said, that day was kind of boring. Today is very, very exciting because I finally get to have my dog that I had to pick out when I was making the game in the first place. I think he is so, so cute. I named him something interesting. What do I name him? I named him, let's see, Tarek. Yes, I named him Tarek. I don't really know why. I just kind of came up with that on the spot, but I think it's kind of cute, so I'll keep it. But yeah, I go out and I check my mail right away, and of course, Joja Mart has sent me something, which I love getting spam mail in a video game. I mean, I know Joja Mart's like kind of the big bad, at least I think it is, or it could be at some points of the game, so it makes sense. But yep, I wake up and just like any other day where it's sunny out, I have to water my plants, so I begin with that. When I entered town today, finally something crucial actually happens. When I walk into town, I get this very important cutscene with Mayor Lewis, which is actually the cutscene that unlocks, or at least starts to unlock, the community center for me, which is a very important part of the game, and it can be used to kind of upgrade the town a little bit. And I go through this little cutscene with Mayor Lewis where he starts to think I'm a little bit crazy because I keep seeing these rats, or mice as he wants to call them, running around. but we'll soon get to the bottom of that mystery. I go back to the community center and I try to read this plaque, and then I realize I can't read it. So until I can read it, I'm kind of just going to keep going about my day. The mine is finally open now, so I really just spend all of my energy that day focusing on the mine and what that has to entail. So on day 6, I wake up and I find a sort of mysterious note in my mailbox, and it's from a wizard apparently, who wants to help me with my little rat problem I have going on at the community center. So of course I head right over to the wizard's tower and I meet him for the very first time, and he's a little strange and he kind of just tells me about the little creatures I saw in the community center. And then he decides to make me drink a potion, which kind of makes me trip out a little bit. Apparently, I have now been bestowed with some magic from the forest, so I can't even complain about being drugged by the creepy old wizard out in the forest. So, win-win, I suppose. That is kind of the last interesting thing that happens during this day, though. I do have a little bit of a cutscene in the museum about how now I can start putting stuff into the museum by donating it. I just spend the rest of the day scavenging, and eventually I mine as well. But then I go to bed, and that's where I stop the playthrough for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It isn't an art video at all, which I know is kind of strange for this channel, but we'll get back to art pretty soon. And let me know if you enjoyed this kind of video, because I honestly really liked it, and I would love to make more and add on to the series. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.